I enjoy Mamoru so much more now if I look at him as a token male meme.
He's just such a fucking loser.
I want to take the subs from that episode of Utena where Toga's like, I'm a feminist, and just like put fake subs on an episode of Sailor Moon with like Tuxedo Mask. I'm a feminist.
No, he throws the rose. I'm a feminist. Bye.
No. And you add on to it. You do that meme where it's like, but you didn't do anything. And then he just like does his cape and swishes it away.
It's beautiful.
Oh my god. Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to The Box, the NA chat box, where we friends snuggle up in a teeny tiny space to talk about all things anime. It's been a pretty crazy week, I will have you know. So this week we're going to mix it up a little bit, and we're going to present you with a BoxBits conversation that we're going to have up on public. BoxBits is usually a patron-exclusive content where we talk about, honestly, whatever the heck we want. And the format is really informal. It's just us shooting the shit about fun stuff and hoping that you'll enjoy it. And today, I have a couple people here to talk with me about magical girls. The first is someone that you may know, our beloved producer extraordinaire, Cassie.
We're doing this because we fucked up the schedule and forgot what we were supposed to be recording this week. So I hope you enjoy the fruits of our unfortunately forgot labor. Woo.
I've also got someone who is a guest on the podcast. You may recognize her voice if you've been listening to us, honestly, from the beginning, because our Utena review is so fucking old at this point.
I didn't listen to that recently. It was great, mostly because Suki was there.
Yay, Suki!
There she is. Yes, there is our wonderful guest host for today and beloved listener of the pod and one of our best friends. And Suki was also a bit of a last-minute addition because Suki is a magical, what I would call a magical girl expert, and I was like, holy shit, why are we doing a box bits on magical girls without Suki? And so Cassie invited Suki, and get ready for the clusterfuck that we're going to get into, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And speaking of a lot of fun, I'm going to open it up with this conversation starter. Tell me what you think about the concept of the post-Madoka era of magical girls. To clarify, this is just a trend that struck with anime after the famous or infamous, depending on how you feel about it, Madoka Magica aired, and just basically took the genre to something incredibly dark and unexpected. And after that, I feel like there were so many adaptations that tried to kind of step into Madoka's shadow, doing something very similar. And I think for the most part, a lot of them failed. But what have either of you seen like a kind of a Madoka clone that's done something good?
I mean,
you see, the first half of that question I could answer.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Madoka clones, and I enjoyed them, but I wouldn't say they're good.
Yeah, I think the problem with a lot of post-Madoka, quote-unquote, Madoka clones is that they missed the point of what made Madoka good. It wasn't necessarily the edgy magical girls dying constantly, but that's what people took from it and kind of ran with it.
I would agree with that.
They kind of saw all the money that Madoka was making, and they were like, hey, wow, look at all those sad girls, and look at how happy these fans are. We should get some of that fanboy money. Come on, have some keychains of these girls. Look, they're crying and dying and pissing their pants. Come on over.
Oh my, look, this one's cutting herself.
Oh my golly gee, this one's pregnant, and guess what happens to her?
I wish the two of you were being sarcastic, but I know that you're talking about stuff that's canonically happened in some of these works, and I am concerned.
I think that, like, Magical Girl's sight, especially, like, in the first episode, they were just trying to make the main character look like she was the most, like, pathetic creature to ever walk the planet. Like, in the first episode of Magical Girl's sight...
she was the one cutting.
She wasn't the one cutting. It was, no, that was a different Magical Girl, but it was in the same series, so you're not far off. But she was, being bullied. People were, like, putting razor blades in her shoes. Mm-hmm. She's almost raped in the first episode, and they killed her cat. Mm-hmm. So
great.
And that was all in episode 1. It's like, look how sad and pathetic she is. Let's give her some superpowers, but oh no, the first time she used her superpowers, she accidentally killed some people.
Oh my gosh, she's got all these powers, but wait, there's a catch. Wink.
It's just a lot.
It is a lot. I just realized to add on to this checklist of terrible, torturous things that magical girls have been put through. Obviously, I didn't really touch this show with a 10-foot pole, but Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka had waterboarding in it. Just to add to the awful cringe.
Like, how much waterboarding are we talking about? Like, a little? Because, like, Sarasa and I had a little waterboarding.
Cassie sent me pictures, and it's, like, trauma-inducing. It is really bad. I feel
like people who watch these shows now, it's not even just, oh, I'm watching this because like eventually even I fall off on them, and I don't think Suki touched Spec Ops, but
nope.
I realized at some point as I was watching this, either one, you're watching it because you enjoy trash, or you're watching it because you hate women.
It's that second one. I don't want to make a, like, solid statement, but, like, it's the second one.
Yeah.
Like, some of the things they put those characters through. Ow.
Yeah, it's just... I didn't expect us to come in here and talk about fucking incels today, but here we are!
Yeah, unfortunately that is part of it. On a flip side, I can mention something strange that happened last night. I was watching some old episodes of Sailor Moon Super S, and I realized that if you look at, which many people do make a case for in many ways, that Sailor Moon can be seen as a feminist show, when I look at it through that lens, and I realized that essentially so many of the villains are men, and what they're doing is, like, trying to hit on and or be shitty to women, and they always get defeated. Second off, Mamoru is basically, like, the token male character. Like, he's used any fucking time that you need a good male character. Like, for all these girls, like, this was just a episode-specific girl. In this episode, it was a princess who, like, escaped from whatever job she had to do, and she's like, I want to go to this festival, I want to be independent, and then Mamoru just comes out of nowhere, and he's just like, I know that you're running away, but, like, you're a good person, and you should go back to do your duties at some point. She's like, okay. And then she, like, falls in love with him. And I'm just like, because he's literally the token male. Like, we're setting up a world with, like,
draw another guy in Sailor Moon, they just look like him anyway. So, like, why take that out of the equation? Just, like, make him Mamoru. Momo-chan all day, every day.
It's just really fucking funny. And how, honestly, he's also, like, kind of sexualized or, like, used as an object for
I mean, he's hanging out with a bunch of preteens. What do you expect?
They all think he's super hot, and there's this scene where, like, Ray, Sailor Mars, peeps him in the bath and, like, sees his body instead of what it always is in other anime where a guy sees a girl naked. This time it's a girl seeing a guy naked. It's fucking great.
She's 14. Yeah. Don't you remember being 14? What do you expect from her?
Oh my god.
The transformation is just transformation into being a woman.
Oh, no.
And the fact that he just never got his own fucking transformation scene. Like, I appreciate Mamoru's in the... Wasn't it in a movie or something?
No, he
like,
had
used
one
it, like,
at
once.
the end of the first season. Doesn't he?
Yes, but it was used, like... Wasn't it used, like, once?
Yeah.
In comparison
I didn't say it was frequent. But it happened.
I enjoy Mamoru so much more now if I look at him as a token male meme.
He's just such a fucking loser.
I want to take the subs from that episode of Utena where Toga's like, I'm a feminist, and just like put fake subs on an episode of Sailor Moon with like Tuxedo Mask. I'm a feminist.
He throws the rose. I'm a feminist. Bye.
No. And you add on to it. You do that meme where it's like, but you didn't do anything. And then he just like does his cape and swishes it away.
It's beautiful.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Sailor Moon, there was a scene that I loved the hell out of when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I'm like, wow, this is super suspect. And I only realized it because I listened to another podcast, Transformation Sequence, when they were talking about Sailor Moon Crystal. And there's that scene where Mamoru, like, kisses Usagi while she's, like, unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
oh, great.
Man, when I was 13, this was the most romantic thing in the world. But now I'm like, consent is a thing.
Well, and that was...
And
if
20.
it was Crystal... Yeah, his age is the thing. Yeah.
Like,
that's
really
what I have to...
over that in the original anime, but, like,
okay,
he's old.
Okay. Yeah, but you know what? Okay. You can also counterpoint that it's kind of feminist, because no way a fucking college student would fall in love with a girl that's like...
I knew loads of girls in high school dating college kids. Don't even... I knew loads of them, and they bragged about it, and, like, I was something to be grateful, like, proud of, and I'm like, really? You're like,
dude, he buys her
yet, and he's like,
he buys her fucking clothes all the time. He's such a sub. Like, it's wonderful.
It's great. She's a kept woman, but she's in charge. She's the queen. It's fine.
Also, she's literally the only one that ever gets jealous. Like, he's never like, don't let other men talk to you, Usako. She's just like, fuck you for blinking at my man, or whatever. Like,
are you just pretending the entire R arc didn't exist?
Wait a second. Oh, well, I mean, okay, even then, though.
Okay.
He's like... So, no.
Justify the half a season of dumping.
I am not justifying the dumping,
okay.
But what I'm saying is even when like Prince Diamond is like hitting on Sailor Moon, he's never like, fuck you, Usagi, you're a hoe. He just rescues her, and then he's like, I'm sorry, I was a dumb shit.
Game. They're destined lovers. He doesn't have anything to worry about. They have a kid. What's she gonna do? Okay. Go with someone else and kill Chibiusa?
So these couples can only be feminist if the man knows that he's endgame.
Yes!
Maybe that's the theory we're getting at here.
Absolutely.
Na.
That's why true love trumps all.
Oh no. There was a bad word in that sentence.
I know there was. I realized it about midway, and I regret it.
Oh my fucking god. I sent Cassie a text today, or a tweet, and I don't know which precure this is in, but the animals come from the Trump Kingdom.
Oh, Doki Doki!
There we go.
Doki
She sent me the
everybody.
screenshot, and I was like, wait, what? Is this is this actually a thing?
It's all card motifs, and the villains come from the Trump Kingdom. And it's like a tower, I think, too. It's pretty cringeworthy.
That's an unfortunate...
Mm-hmm.
That's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's an unfortunate of, but it is unfortunate. I don't even know how to
talk
talk anymore.
This is a fun show about magical girls, not about how we're all going to die.
I just love that Cammy was like, we're going to talk about magical girls today, when in reality it was, we're going to bitch about magical girls today.
I never said we weren't going to bitch. I mean, that's a given when we're all together.
Yeah, magical girls are not good. They're fun. I don't think anyone's laying down their life for magical girls.
I don't know. I would kill myself for Precure now.
I mean, I'd
yeah, I'm like, I'd fucking die for like, fucking die for like Minto Aizawa from Tokyo Mew,
like
so,
if that new Tokyo Mew Mew thing is a new anime,
oh
I'm
my
gone.
Fucking god!
You can just, I'm soaring into the stratosphere. I don't need to be alive anymore.
Wait, I have a confirming question to go back to the Trump Kingdom. Are the Precures in that series fighting for the Trump Kingdom because that's where the mascots are from?
No,
Okay, good.
I don't think so, but they are like card suite themed. But like the villains are from the Trump Kingdom, I remember. But like the main girls are like Cure Heart, Cure Ace, Cure Spade, not Spade. I don't know. One's a clover, one's a spade. You get the idea.
So it's fucking the Shugokara precure.
Yeah, it's the Shugokara. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just knockoff Shugokara, which is fine because it's shiny and it's pretty, and I love my mana with my life.
When the hell are we gonna get a mermaid precure? Please,
we did.
Like where they're just all mermaids.
Oh, was not all mermaid melody.
Yeah, like a mermaid melody precure. That's what I'm saying.
A new mermaid melody, actually.
I do.
Yeah,
I love mermaid melody.
There's Cure Mermaid and Go Princess Precure.
And any chance they really get to put characters underwater and give them mermaid tails, the Precure franchise generally does.
Oh, yeah, there's one in Star Twinkle Precure.
And there's one in Happiness Charge where it's just like a random scene where they're like, hey, little girls like mermaids, here you go. Buy our merchandise.
There's the Hugto episode I remember as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See? Any chance they get.
Yeah, Homare turned into like one for a bit.
I just feel like mermaids are just such a good selling point for me. Like, Mermaid Melody is garbage, but they're mermaids, so that's like what made it so good.
I mean,
and it had bops.
All
it's an
early
opportunity
2000s
to sell
anime
singles.
sucks. Like, name a good early 2000s anime. Go.
In Magical Girl or in general?
Magical
or on
Girl.
High School Host Club?
Magical Girl.
God damn it.
No. It has to be Magical Girl, and it cannot be based exclusively on having good stock transformation sequences and action.
Or nostalgia.
It's got to be based on the in-between
hard.
animation and, like, actual... And Mint
Princess
Aizawa
Tutu.
is not...
Princess
That's
Tutu.
late 2000s.
What the fuck?
I said early 2000s. Late 2000s is when anime got good. I think Princess Tutu was like 2006 or something.
It was 2002! 2002!
Was it really? What a world, huh? Golly gee. You sure showed me. You with your now open cheater.
I'm sorry if I burned out your ears. I'm just very proud of myself.
I am so proud of you too.
I've never been more proud.
I'm so proud
Princess
of you.
Tutu's the fucking best.
That's the only one you've got there, though. Let's be real.
Coming back to like this like decade, actually, right now, like I really love Star Twinkle Precure as a premise and as a concept for a while. Like I was like, oh, it's like one of the prettiest Precures. It's so sparkly. They sing and dance, and like for the most part, they follow the like Monster of the Week formula. But like they had some really cool stuff, like a Precure of color. A Latina Precure, and so on and so forth. And then like I'm now in the last 10 episodes and they're talking about like isolation and isolating yourself because you're different, and like people isolating you because you're different, and like how you can deal with that as a human being. And I'm like, what is happening? What is going on?
You're just like,
that is amazing.
Ripped open.
I was like, whoa. Like, they spent the entire show, like lulling me into this false sense of security, because there were, like, some really heart-wrenching, like, episodes up until that point, and, like, really accepting who you are as a person. But then, like, the last 10 episodes, they're like, we're gonna take this heel and dig it right into your butt. I hope you're prepared. Because it hurts.
That was them getting you to like the characters and care about the characters. And now they're going to destroy all the characters. And you are going to feel it so much more.
There is actually, this is like kind of a soft spoiler, but there is a scene in like the most recent one I watched where one of the characters gets the shit beat out of her. And I'm like, is this a children's show? I'm so concerned. I mean, she wins in the end.
Yeah, of course.
But, like, it's one of those things where, kind of like an episode, I think it was 2 of the current Precure, one of the girls gets, like, a tree thrown at her, and she, like, blocks it from hitting another girl, and I was like, oh, I felt that, ow.
Yikes.
But yeah, it's, like, one of those things, and I'm like, that's not a bad thing. Like, it's kind of cool that they're willing to go that far, but I'm also like, this is a children's show, calm down.
Getting too ambitious here.
Yeah. But no, it was a good episode, and I cried. But, like, Magical Girls are good, but they're also bad. But Precure's good.
Lots
the Precures I've watched are good.
But good in a bad... It's like sitting down and eating a bag of chips. You know what you're doing, you know what you're getting into, and you're there for it. Like, not every anime can be a Madoka. You're not going into it and being like wowed and surprised. Sometimes you just want to sit down and eat some junk food. And that's fine.
And I feel like there's something to be said about also, like, what you can kind of filter out and the values that you do take from certain magical girl shows. Again, I'm sorry I keep going back to this, but, like, there's so much of Sailor Moon that's, like, unabashedly goofy and dumb. But, like, watching it as I get older, there are some really good messages in there. And I'm like, holy shit, these are great. They didn't, like, cross my mind, per se, when I was, necessarily as young. Mostly, I was just fucking excited to see a cast of female-led superheroes. Like, that was huge for me as a kid, especially someone who grew up in a house that primarily was male. So I was always surrounded by, like, images of masculinity and stuff like that. And it was like, holy shit, this is, like, strength, but it's girl-led. And that was so cool to me. But now it's more looking at, like, again, that they all fight and that, like, the girls all have different personalities, but they all can be equipped to be good, like, good super soldiers. And there are some things, like, yes, men are really shitty, but the friends are always there to support one another. There's also some wonderfully gay moments in there that I love. So some of it, like, you can look at a portion of Magical Girl show things and be like, yeah, okay, that, ooh, that's awful. But, like, if you know, can look past that and that's not something that hopefully people are idolizing, which is a stretch, because I was in love with Kish from Tokyo Mew Mew when I was a teen. Kish. So I mean, you know, but as you grow, I think the way that you can get value out of magical girls can also change and shift, and that's pretty damn cool.
I think another thing that I like specifically about Precure is that it's a very, like, you can argue one way or another that, like, Sailor Moon is feminist and so on and so forth. I feel like one of the things I like about Precure is that I actually feel like it's got a lot of really good feminist messages, and it, like, empowers femininity. Like, they transform into these beautiful women, but they also punch people and hit people with beams and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And it's just like, they're traditionally feminine. Like, they have these beautiful, like, sparkly outfits.
Oh, and they get, like, lipstick and a little blushy blush and some extra eyelashes. And then they'll punch you in the fucking face.
Exactly. It's powerful. It's not like, oh, I'm transforming and I'm pretty, and then I get, like, I don't know, like, one or two superpowers that I get to fight with a wand, which is also great. But I just love, one thing I love about Precure is they get in there. They're, like, fighting just like the boys do and all the shonen anime. It's like, it's just so fucking empowering and it feels good.
Can I take transformations to a different spot, though?
Yeah.
You know what trend I really miss in, like, magical girl anime? Is the different transformation outfits. Just being like, ooh, here's my disguise for this. Here's my disguise for this. Oh, now I'm a beauty queen. Now I'm a princess. Now I'm a stewardess. I miss that shit.
Can I just tell you how fucking mad I was when they took away the disguise pen in Sailor Moon after season 1?
Seriously, it was the best.
Fuck you! It was so cool!
And it was useful!
Yeah.
Usagi just got so much less useful!
Yeah.
Like, then she had to just stumble in as Sailor Moon every time. It's like, they know what Sailor Moon looks like. They don't know what Stewardess Usagi looks like, even though she's got the same hairstyle.
Yeah.
She could be a totally different lady. She's a real stewardess. But now, it's always Sailor Moon.
I feel like it wasn't used to be quite as plotting, but I did kind of appreciate that at least they had little outfit changes in Hugto, like when they would do jobs or whatever, and they'd just, like, get the little uniforms. That was still cute.
It was big thing in Happiness Charge, too, where they were like, they had little cards, and they went, Kawarunun! And they could transform into different outfits and have different attacks for the different outfits and use them as disguises. Cute. It was real cute. It wasn't a good anime, but it was a real cute gimmick. And I miss it.
Can we just talk about how universally fucking cool and the trend of, like, disguises and costumes and whatnot? How wonderful the whole concept in Cardcaptor Sakura is that Tomoyo just makes her a million fucking different outfits. It's so cool.
And she keeps everyone. She's such a fucking hoarder.
I mean, her girl, her crush is wearing all of them.
Yeah, so. And everyone has a correlating tape. And she just goes really hard into love. And I know someday she's going to make some lucky lady so happy. And I hope it's Mei Ling.
Tomio,
oh,
gay
I'd
icon.
ship it.
Ah,
yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
But no, that's such a cute little aspect, and the fact that the outfits correlate to what the card is, like, that's
She has one for
fun.
every single thing. Like, she's probably got, like, 20 different fire-themed ones, and we only got to see, like, 3. But she has them ready, just in case another fire card turns up.
Speaking of problematic, remember that kid who had a crush on her teacher and it was totally canon?
Yep. I have a Cardcaptor Sakura art book, and it has all the couples in, like, a flower field, and she's, like, sitting there with the teacher. It's big awk.
Big yikes. But not weird for, like, 90s shoujo in general, and that's the real problem.
Yeah.
Like, big trend. Don't get me wrong, I like Marmalade Boy as much as the next person, but, like, no!
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Marmalade Boy was a problem. Toei did some weird shit in the 90s.
We all did some weird shit in the 90s.
It's
Mostly
true.
because most of us were like 5.
Yeah, we did a lot of shit in the 90s because we were all shitting our pants. Bam.
Wow,
that was not that funny, thanks. My self-confidence just skyrocketed thanks to you.
Do you know what I'm really mad about now that you brought up the thing about disguises? Fucking Saint Tail didn't do any disguise work in that whole anime. And I'm like, but she could have done it.
She had costume changes, but she just didn't utilize them properly. Like, come on, you're a fantasy.
Actually, I think my favorite thing, and this isn't really a spoiler, but there's an episode where they need to, like, distract people and think they're seeing Saint Tail, and fucking Seda, the nun, gets in this fucking outfit with, like, black velvet and shit, and just fucking reps as a Phantom Thief, and I was like, oh, Seda, good girl. Good fucking girl right there.
It's such a Sailor Moon kind of thing.
Yes!
And I love it, because it's like, it's so inspired by that Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus scene, but at the same time, it's so good and so original, and she's such a good girl.
Yes. The Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus one is funny.
It's so good.
It's
the real Sailor V sign, or Sailor Moon sign that does it.
Right. Nobody is fooled at all. It's great.
No.
I have no idea where this conversation is going, but I'm living for it.
Do you have any favorite disguise situations with magical girl anime? To put you on the spot.
Actually, and because I think it's just because I'm a new Precure fan that I'm just so blown away by everything that they do. But I do love in Precure that their transformed versions of themselves look so much different than who they actually are. Like, they'll get different colored hair, it'll be longer. They look
It's believable.
They look nothing like how they do when they're normal girls, and in that way, they're the best disguised magical girls of them all. I mean, normally by the end, the bad guys know exactly who they are and where they live and everything else, but I don't care because
it's so unbelievable when the characters go from, like, Sailor Moon hair to Sailor Moon hair. Like, well, I wonder who else has this weird hairstyle.
Yeah, it's like the mom in Sailor Moon in episode, like, 2 or 3 is, like, reading, like, the newspaper, and it's got a picture of Sailor Moon in it, and she's like, wow, I wish my daughter could be more like Sailor Moon. And I'm like, she looks just like her, you fucking dumb broad.
I am going to...
aura.
I'm gonna post to you guys, like, Miraculous Ladybug falls into that trope, like, offensively bad, but it's actually worse with the magical boy, Adrian, because the only thing that really makes him distinct when he's Cat Noir is he has a mask and he has cat ears, whatever. But then there's an episode where they switched their superpowers, so he becomes basically like a ladybug superhero, and he has nothing on top of his hair. He looks exactly the fucking same, and she still can't, like, tell that it's him, and I got so fucking mad.
They are so fucking dumb. They are on a whole other level of dumb. You cannot compare them to any real thinking characters. They are so dumb.
God.
Like, they walk into a room with each other, and they're like, man, I wonder who that is. Golly gee.
God, they're so dumb.
That's the plot of Miraculous Ladybug, and I love it.
I love that that's a trend that they took from magical girl shows. Like,
same.
Fucking idiots.
God, can you imagine what that would have been if Toei had stuff with that project?
Yeah.
Like the PV that Cassie showed me?
Yes. I wish.
I wish, honestly. I think one of the things that keeps me from watching Miraculous Ladybug is just because I don't like how the animation looks.
Yeah.
And
I get that. It's kind of scaly.
I'm such a snob. Like, and that's fine. But yeah, that's one of the things I do love about Precure is that their transformations are actually kind of like disguises. They don't look the same. And that's nice. And I don't see a lot of other magical girl shows doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish they would. Like, it would be so much more interesting.
My favorite is like the Madoka Magica, where it's like, oh, this is the same character with a hairpin.
Yeah.
She's got a corset now, guys. Ayo.
To be fair, the magical girls in Madoka Magica aren't exactly public figures. They're not like saving the day by moonlight or anything. They're not in the newspaper exactly.
I mean, I don't think any magical girls are supposed to be in the newspaper. They're all supposed to be like backlit alley heroes. And
yet they're not?
They're not.
Most of the time. Like, I know in Saint Tail, like, everybody knows who Saint Tail is.
Okay, yeah, she's a Phantom Thief, though. That's different.
Yeah.
Saint Tail!
Sailor Moon.
Was Sailor Moon in the first
weird thing was
Sailor V had a fucking video game.
Yeah,
okay, you're right.
Yeah, Sailor V had a video game. Sailor Moon is referenced quite a few times, but I live for the thing with Sailor Moon is that, like, whenever people that know Usagi talk about Sailor Moon, they're just like, oh, she's so smart, she's blah, 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 unlike you. And I'm like, you fucking idiot, you have no clue.
You dumb shits.
Yes, that part always makes me laugh.
Oh my God.
It's good shit. So, Cassie, I actually did want to ask, because I wanted to catch up, how many Precure shows are you watching simultaneously right now? Name them off for me. Name them off for me.
Well, currently I'm watching Star Twinkle and we're almost done, and I'm also watching Heart Catch Precure and we're almost done, and I started Mahotsukai on my own because nobody else wants to watch that, and I kind of get why, but I'm also like,
Remember
I'm here for it.
Like, saying it was good? And now
no.
Okay.
I never.
Oh.
I never said it was good.
Okay.
I just said I don't understand why everyone hates it.
But
so
now
much,
you're saying you're kind of getting it. Is that correct?
I'm like, mildly, it's just very okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate it. I'm just like, this is just very average.
It
so I
feels
don't even
like you can tell that they're just trying to sell you merchandise, and it feels a little ingenuine.
Yeah, and in that route, I get it, but I'm also like, why do people, like, ravenously hate Mahotsukai? Because it's like, it's not great, but it's not, like, horrifyingly bad either. It's just,
Which
it's
season
just
did
there.
it follow? Because I think it followed up something. Did
It followed Gopri.
Yeah, that's why, because Gopri was so good.
Yeah, Gopri is, like fantastic. Like, I just finished Gopri. But to answer Cammie's original question, I'm watching Mahotsukai, Star Twinkle, Heart Catch, and Smile. But I finally was like, this is too much. I'm just gonna wait for us to finish Star Twinkle. And then I was like, Lily, I know you want to show me Fresh. I understand that that's very important to you, but I'm gonna say we're gonna watch Smile next, and you have no fucking, like, input whatsoever.
Yay,
we're watching Smile because I think that I really just, I was instantly in love with Smile. I watched the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, I love this show.
It's very chill.
So good.
It stays very chill. It doesn't try and draw you into something really deep, or it's just like, this is what I am. This is what I'm here for. And it's great.
And it has a nice layer of shiny paint on it.
It's so shiny. And everything's just so bright. Shiny. Like, it's colored with a packet of Sharpie branded highlighters.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And then also, you're watching Healin' Good Weekly? Is that
true? I forgot about that, but yes, I'm only 1 episode behind. So I'm juggling a lot of Precures right now. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm a little scared, though, because I'm starting to feel like Star Twinkle might be my favorite Precure, and I don't want to give up Hubto, and I'm really, really conflicted right now.
But Star Twinkle's gotta get real good, then, because, like, I'm on episode 6, and I'm a solid neutral towards it, so if you're saying it's gonna be one of your favorites, then...
Yeah, like, I was always just kind of, like, we even fell off Star Twinkle for a little while. We were like, I mean, we have other stuff we want to watch, and then we picked it back up because I really like Cure Cosmo's, like, design. I wanted to see more of her and, like, what her deal was. And then we watched more of it, and I'm like, wow, this got, like, just, like, really good. And I was like, it was that really good for a while, and now I'm in the last 10 episodes, and I'm, like, profusely crying every episode.
I saw Lily's tweets about that. Have you kept going since she cut you off the other day?
No, we stopped, because Lily, like, started a cry counter, and I'm like, you fucking bitch. I love you, but don't
like
do that.
about her.
I do. But also, don't tell the internet I cried 4 times watching a children's television show. You don't have to go that far.
I don't think she's told us the number of times. I think she just told us there was a cry counter in action.
No, she counted. I'll find it.
Okay.
But yeah, Star Twinkle's really damn good. So definitely watch it, and you'll be prepared, unlike I was for the last, like, few episodes when it got ridiculously good for no fucking reason.
It can still shit the bed, don't worry.
They're also doing that thing where they're making the villains, like, very, like, sympathetic, and, like, that you can see, like, where they're coming from, and not all Precure does that, so I appreciate that. I love that they're doing this thing where they're directly making the villains, like, insecurities that led them to a life of crime, like, very in line with the exact same struggles that the Precure are going through.
Oh, shit.
So it's like this, like, these two people had the exact same experience, but they're coming out of it different people. And I'm like, oh, it's so cool.
Nice.
That's a good shit right there.
Yeah, so once you guys get to it, I hope you like it. I love it a whole lot. Hugto's still my favorite for now, but I don't know what I'm gonna do if it ends better. We'll see.
Oh my god, I loved Hugto. I'm very happy that was my first Precure.
Me too!
Yeah. I think there's gonna be a trend with me with Precure, which is basically that it's like, usually I'll enjoy it at a pretty just like chill surface level until I find a character that I like severely attached to. And then obviously it goes the route of deepening everything. And then I'm like, holy fuck, I'm just a total mess.
Then they're your child.
The first introductory cursory episodes of Precure I usually have a harder time getting into just because it's like, okay, here's the introduction. I don't know a whole lot about these characters, and I just don't know what I'm going to attach to. That was me with the first 3 episodes of Healin' Good, but I also feel like the yellow one is the one that I'll like there.
She has a duck butt.
Yeah.
She has literally Donald Duck's butt.
She does.
Oh my god!
I was out eating ramen, and Suki texted me, and she's like, Cassie, she has a duck butt, and I about spit out ramen.
She does! Like, I saw screen caps of it, and I'm like, looking at this butt is the exact experience I have looking at Donald Duck's butt, which is a weird statement out of context, but it is the most happy feeling I have in this entire world. And Healing Good put it into anime form. Like, they put all the tiny feathers.
She's Sparkle, right? That's her cure name?
I don't fucking know. She's the yellow one.
I think it's Sparkle is that one. I think
no, she had something really stupid that reminded me of cheese.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what it was. It was like it was like Fontaine or something because it reminded me of Fontina.
I think that's the blue one.
Is it?
That's the blue one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cure Fontaine, Cure Grace, and Cure Sparkle.
Sparkle
got the short end of the naming stick then.
That's another thing I loved about, I mean, I know that I've heard this is a thing in basically a bunch of other Precures, but I loved when I realized that the theme of the names for Hugto were all like French, and I was just like, aw, that's so fucking cute. I love it.
Messerie.
Going off what you said earlier, Cammie, about like just grabbing onto one character at some point and then like the show just opens up for you and you just really like love it. I think that's also something that happened with Star Twinkle, is because one of the characters that I loved from the very beginning was Madoka, which is the purple one who's like the student council president, and like she has her episode towards the beginning, and then for like the whole show she was getting the Saya treatment where she was just kind of in the background forever, and I'm like, well, that's unfortunate. And then, like, if she doesn't have the best fucking goddamn episode of the entire show, like...
Is she the one that gets punched?
Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
But I was just, like, her struggle was just very, like, poignant for me. And, like, and it just... it just hurt that much more because, like, she deals with this issue that I still to this day struggle with really, like, a lot, and then she just becomes a better person and steps out of her own shadow and, like, gets out of her own head, and I'm like, oh!
Nice.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
See, I agree.
So, yeah. I was gonna say, I think that, like, although I think, again, I've only really seen, like, the beginning of Smile, I think, because I watched the first episode. I've watched the beginning of Star Twinkle and Heart Catch, which I'm, like, halfway through. But, like, Hugto out of those, I think definitely, at least in the beginning, had the most lovable characters for me, even when they were introductory. Like, Hana's a fucking good girl.
Yeah.
Homare is, like, a good girl. Like, you know, I did have relative interest in them. It's just that when Emiru and Lulu came around, I was like, my world has been rocked, and I'm gonna cry every single fucking episode that they have, and I had a pretty good track record on that. So, we shall see. I feel like in Heart Catch, the yellow one is gonna be my favorite, because even in the few episodes we've seen of her, I really like her a lot.
I love her.
She's good.
She's one of my favorites, if not my favorite, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll like her.
Yeah! I'm so excited. I'm just waiting for it. I'm like, there were a couple episodes that I thought were gonna be the introduction of that cure, but then they got teased, and I was like, they're keeping me waiting. They're doing this.
You're getting strung
I also
along.
do really love how in Heart Catch, the roles of the cures are kind of, like, counterintuitive to what they typically are, in that the pink cure is a bit less confident and more meek and, like, timid and stuff, and then you've got the blue cure who's, like, super spunky and outspoken and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. They're a nice duo, and I like them.
They are good.
They're good.
Yeah. I will get back to Heart Catch very soon. That's probably next on my list.
I'm almost done.
And then
That's
you
okay,
can take
that's
it off
okay.
the list forever.
Yeah.
Heart
Aw,
Catch
man,
is so
that's-
goddamn good, though.
That's going to be satisfying as you just, like, slowly check down the lists of the
Mhm.
pre-cures that you've seen. I feel like I'm halfway doing that, and I'm also, for a while, I've been trying to go back to shows that were things that I missed when I was a kid, even though they were around in that genre, just because accessibility wasn't as easy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of, like, why I watched Saint Tail, because, like, I remember the Saint Tail manga in the library when I was a kid, and I read other works by her. I watched a little bit of Magical Do-Re-Mi when it was dubbed, but we don't talk a lot about 4Kids. And so I've tried to watch some of that, and I'm just like, hey, I still really love this. And yeah, I'll probably try to just find some other older ones that I missed, and they're not all good. Pre-tier was really fucking weird.
Yeah. But with a bop of an opening.
It does have a great opening, yes. I have no idea where to find it, and Suki, I think you've seen this one. I want to at least give an introductory look to Sugar Sugar Rune.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
good. It's on the internet. I don't know where the manga is. Like, the manga has been out of print for, like, ever, but the anime is fan-subbed on the internet.
Nice. It has a really interesting aesthetic from what I've seen. It's, like, kind of Halloween-ish.
Yeah. And they have, like, little
creepy looking.
witch outfits, and they're princesses, and god, they're good.
Nice. So, we shall see. You know, honestly, I should just alternate it. I should do, like, older magical girl anime, then I should do a pre-cure, then I do an older magical girl anime or one I missed, and then a pre-cure. That actually, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make up a list or something.
Sounds like a damn good plan. I'm gonna start working out again soon, so I'll probably just watch magical girl anime while I'm working out or something.
Hell yeah, motivate yourself. That'd be a really easy way to simultaneously keep up on all the pre-cures that you're watching too.
Yeah, just have to convert them.
Oh, that's a process. But hey, it'll be worth it.
I can do it.
I believe.
I believe in a thing called love.
Yes. Can we just talk about real quickly also how dumb it is that, like, with all of the anime streaming services we have, like, none of them decide to just take up pre-cure, and it makes me mad because there's so much, and it's like,
I had
really
a
good.
dream.
I think Toei has, like, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I had a dream like a few weeks ago where I started a anime dubbing company specifically just to do Precure dubs.
Oh
and
my
I told
God.
Lily about it. And I told Lily about it and she's like, Cassie, do it. Start your dubbing company. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll get right on that. But anyway, continue, Suki.
Oh, I was just gonna say that, like, I know back a long, long, long time ago before Battle Royale got a license for a DVD release, that was like a huge thing, is that Toei just didn't really want to give up the license for US distribution. So it could be like that, where just Toei just says, no, I don't wanna.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. Toei, you keep your thumb on Precure. You live your life.
Keep your thumb on Precure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just...
Save it
just
for a
bugs me
rainy
out.
day when Sentai needs a good old-fashioned dub release. Or not Sentai. What the hell's it called?
Funimation?
Toei or...
No, the studio that, like, did Glitter Force.
Oh, shoot. I have no
Oh,
idea.
good fucking lord.
Saban Brands.
Okay.
Save Precure for when Saban Brands needs a rainy day.
I guess it just makes me mad because, like, I can't find Precures, like, anywhere legally, but, you know, if I really wanted to watch Maho Shoujo Site, Spec Ops Asuka, or those other, like, shitty ones, they're available everywhere, and I'm just like, the world is a cruel and unjust place.
Yeah.
And I am frustrated, but we'll fight it with our femininity. If anything has taught me
We'll fight
today,
it
we will
graceful
fight it.
and beautiful and whatever,
Kira, kira.
courageously and blah, blah, blah.
Guys, if you could cosplay right now any magical girl, who would it be?
Well, I'm looking at my life-sized Cure, what's her name? Haruharu. Haruharu. Cassie, what's Haruharu's Cure name?
Cure Flora?
Cure Flora. I'm looking at my life-size Cure Flora wall scroll, and she looks real good. So I'm gonna say Cure Flora.
You'd be a cute Cure Flora.
Thanks. I've already got the hair for her. Now y'all tell me.
Ah!
Cammy.
It's always been Sailor Mini Moon. She's
it's a
she's
good
just
choice.
pink. I need it.
You'd
I
be
need it.
so
Okay, but my
cute.
question is, which costume
Thank
of
you.
hers? Like, which season
Jesus.
or the musical outfit? Because the musical outfit's good.
The musical outfit's great, but I'd want to do a uniform, and I'd probably just do her Super S uniform, because that's my favorite. So, yeah.
I get that. It's the
all
long ribbons.
The ribbons and shit. Yeah, it's the ribbons.
Yeah, it's the ribbons. And the different hues of ribbons.
Ugh, fuck those sleeves, though.
Oh, yeah.
But
no,
yes.
there's no way they would look good, but, like, you'd feel good.
Yes. Cassie,
Cassie?
especially with all your Precure watching now, yeah, I'm curious.
Aesthetically speaking, I really like how Cure Grace looks. Like, a lot.
She's
pretty.
good.
Like, she's not even a favorite character. I kind of find her sort of bland, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
But
I get you.
She might grow on me, but aesthetically speaking, I think she'd be really fun to cosplay. I think if I could lose enough weight, I would love to do Curiel, because she's just got the cutest hair design.
Oh, the little tummy window. Ah!
But she has the tummy window.
She's got the tummy window.
So
I would die.
if I had to cosplay one right now, like with my weight and everything else, it'd probably be like maybe like Cure Selene or something, or however you pronounce it, or Cure Grace.
I need to revisit Celine because I haven't seen her, so I'm gonna just do a quick image look.
She's the purple
one.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, and she has really a really pretty dress, and she's got these cute little hairpins
That are stars, right?
Yeah, and then she's got like these
that's...
little gold ones, like right on her like front, like not bangs, but like front strands of hair. She's got a really pretty Cure design.
That is super cute. I love how her skirt looks kind of like a raincoat with like the little stars. Like
yeah,
how it pokes out.
It's so adorable.
That's
but
really
yeah,
cute.
we should all do a magical girl cosplay one day. We should all go to a con.
See it. One day we will. One day, I believe.
Oh, one day.
I have a different question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, girl.
What's the first anime other than like Sailor Moon that was a magical girl anime that you really got into? Like obsessively? Good choice.
Yes.
Cammy?
You know, okay, yeah, like, it was worth examining, and I was going to say Tokyo Mew Mew, but I think I watched Princess Tutu before Tokyo Mew Mew.
Good
so
choice.
I do have to say Princess Tutu. Yeah. What about you, though, Suki?
I was gonna say Nurse Witch Kamugi, but then you reminded me of my, years old, 10-year-old me buying Tokyo Mew Mew, VCDs off, the fan subs off of eBay that were, burnt CDs that didn't even play fully. And I watched the shit out of those, so I gotta go with Tokyo Mew Mew. But, before you said Tokyo Mew Mew, I was gonna say Nurse Witch Kamugi, because I used to watch the DVDs when I went to bed, and just repeat them, because it's only 5 episodes long, and I was obsessed with it.
Do you know how much it blows my mind that Nurse Witch Kamugi is a magical girl show?
It takes itself very seriously as a magical girl show. It's not a parody at all. What are you talking about?
God. I want more magical girl parody shows. That's actually, what I really liked about the bit of Maho Shoujo Ore that I saw, which is a fucking dumb show, but it is kind of funny at first, just because it plays on so many stupid magical girl stereotypes.
It looks cute. I want it to be cute.
It's funny, but I couldn't make it past maybe, 4 episodes, but of that 4, it was pretty enjoyable. So... I feel like it's one of those things that, when you want the gimmick, it's good for the gimmick, but then the whole show kind of overstays its welcome.
Yeah. It's one of those shows that, should only be 12-minute episodes, but it's not, and you sit there for, first 12 minutes being haha, funny joke, and then are oh, not funny joke.
I mostly just love that the fairy mascot is this Yakuza guy who just straight up talks Ore! All the time, and then he has little fairy wings. And then when they use their magical girl weapons, which are magical girl sticks, they literally just club the monsters to death, and then you get this censored bloody pile all pixelated in the corner, and they're just I can't believe we just did that.
That's good.
We need more parody. Less of the torture, the torturous magical girl. Let's do a new era of magical girl parody while Precure continues to hold the helm of the magical girl standard of excellent quality.
We had our magical girl parody era, and it was in 2005. We missed our window.
I refuse to accept this unless I build a time machine. So, yeah, no.
I mean, you could start an animation company and make the anime yourself.
Only if Cassie's dub company will dub it for distribution.
Onegai.
I think it had a really stupid name, too, Sunshine Incorporated.
I fucking love it.
Did you say Sunshine Incorporated?
I think so. Something dumb like that.
I love
it. Sunshine Smiles, I think it was called. Sunshine Smiles Incorporated.
God.
That definitely sounds geared towards Precure dubbing.
It's true.
Just totally.
No. It's
incredible.
It's Precure, but it also could expand into other children's media. Because let's be real, children's media is where the money's at.
It's true.
It's true. Shit, because that's where you get to sell toys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Which
so
Glitter Force is not doing. And when Glitter Force was announced, that was my one thing. I was like, yay, we're going to get Precure toys.
But yes, that sounds good to me. And maybe at some point we'll do a part 2 Magical Girl box bits if we feel
I would love that.
interest.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can gripe about how no merchandise happens.
Merchandise is the next hit. Yes, I'm so down for
we could just talk about it for the entire pod. Okay, carry on.
I was about to say, that's an entire box bits alone is just merchandising of magical girl stuff.
I have a lot of gripes. We're not starting on them, but I have a lot of gripes.
We'll make a box bits, we'll make a Maho box bits saga. It may happen. If you are interested, please email us at anniechatmail@gmail.com or tell us on Twitter at twitter.com/theanniechatbox. Or if you really, really want it, you could consider funding us on our Patreon at patreon.com/anniechatbox. And you're probably listening to this on a listening device, but did you know you could also be listening to this on Spotify, SoundCloud, fucking YouTube, all the other places we're available? Check us out. And I really can't find a segue related to Magical Girls for this, but you should also check out Save Our Progress at soundcloud.com/saveourprogress. They're pretty cool. Email them and tell them to gussy up and finally do the anime movie night that Cammy's been asking, where we review Sailor Moon R the movie. That's what you should do. Okay, perfect.
Call out post.
Nice.
And with that, we shall bid you adieu for tonight. Stay tuned, keep your magical hopes and dreams alive, and we love you very much. Have a good night.
Adieu. To you and you and you.
Goodbye.